Check it out, check it out, check it out. Back at you once again, the man with the plan, the mighty J.O.E., the host with the most. Back once again with a bite like Ren 1010. Yes, sir. Back with another classic hip hop album review. And this time I'm taking it back to the East Coast with the dynamic duo EPMD. It stands for Eric and Paris Making Dollars. But before we run through this review, please subscribe. Check it out, man. For the next 2 people that subscribe, I have them in the day hip hop t-shirts available for you. Hit me up, please please subscribe. Yes, sir, today we're getting into it with EPMD's debut album, Strictly Business. Man, released in 1988. To me, one of the best ever, man. These guys went on to have a stellar career in this hip hop game. But man, right now, man, we're just going through this debut album by them, which was released back in June of 1988. Matter of fact, June 7th, 1988. Man, this album here featured some very dope tracks, man. Like the title track, Strictly Business, with like the Bob Marley sample. Man, when they going back and forth, man, just kicking dope rhymes, man, over that real dope beat. Then you had the song Housing with the Aretha Franklin sample. What was it? Let me check it out. Let me check it out real quick. With the Rocksteady sample. That's right, Aretha Franklin. Man, another dope track. Then Let the Funk Flow. Another one, man, where they just ride the groove, man. Eric and Paris do their thing as usual. Then of course everyone know this one. I think one of the lead singles, You Got to Chill, with that Roger Troutman and Zap sample, More Bounce, along with Cool in the Game, Jungle Boogie also in there. Then you had songs like the next, like It's My Thing. Also, one of my favorites on the album, You a Customer, man. And this is drum on this is heavily sampled, by P. Diddy, I think 21 Savage in the Weekend, Creepin'. I'm quite sure a few more people sampled it also. And then you had the Steve Martin, where they attribute the Steve Martin dance, crazy dance he used to do, like in his movies. And next one, Get Off the Bandwagon. And then one of my favorites, they had back then they always have a song where they let their DJ do their thing. Caleb Boss, at the time, before he left, or before they got rid of him and got DJ Scratch. And Jane, where they talk about this girl they met and totally got with her, but she really wasn't satisfied. It's a funny song though. It's a dope song. And I'm thinking I'm missing one. No, that's about it. It was like 10 tracks. But man, this was like one of the dopest albums ever, man. They were signed to Fresh Sleeping Bad Records. I think at the time the legendary Mantronics were like, he was signed to the label, but he was also A&R, so I think he had something to do with signing them dudes. And they did their first 2 albums on Fresh / Sleeping Bad Records. But I think, man, Bad Business over there, I think the label ended up folding, and I don't know, I think Priority ended up acquiring the rights or something, and Def Jam ended up buying EPMD out of that situation. You know, that's how they get over there to Def Jam with Russell Simmons, and it was managed by Rush Management also. But yeah, it was it was a bad situation over there, man, for them guys. And I think little tidbits of information. I think when they signed, man, it was like for like $1,500, man. So I think each of them got like maybe like $750 a piece or something like that, man. It's crazy, man. You know. But like I say, the money was funny over there. And then, man, I'm quite sure they ain't really see no money because they sampled so much too. You know what I'm saying? They sampled a lot, so I'm quite sure they ain't see no royalties over there. You know what I'm saying? But the album, man, the album went gold in like within a matter of months. You know what I'm saying? It didn't take long, man. I think it peaked at number 80 on the charts. But you know, the singles didn't do big like on the charts or nothing like that. But man, they were some bangers, man. And at the time, man, it was something. They flow was different. It kind of reminded people of I think of Rakim a little bit, like they was biting him, but they still was, to me, had their own. They was in their own lane, man. The rhymes was different. Maybe the way even the cadence to me was a little different, man. They was just different in the music they used. So you know, it kind of sounded the same, but they was different, man. The vocabulary was very different, man. You know, Rob was just, you know, Rakim just, he a beast, man. Not to say they not dope, but yeah, they still was different. But I think they end up, mistakenly, they end up clashing a little bit, but they end up squashing it though, man. They little jabs thrown in there, but it didn't get out of hand, you know what I'm talking about? But like I say, man, this album here was definitely ended up being a masterpiece, man. A classic album, man. Like I said, it went gold within like maybe 3 or 4 months after its release. They had videos, You Got to Chill and Strictly Business. And it was it ended up being a dope album, a classic album, man. One of my favorites. To me, they best album. And I'll eventually get back to some more albums they done, but man, you know, if you dissect this album, man, it was heavy sample. I think they got all the records out of Parrish brought all those records, man. He said his dad had a hell of a record collection, man, and Parrish pretty much put that thing together, you know. And another fun fact, they didn't know nothing about production. I think they ain't start actually producing, like I guess learning all the equipment and how to do it, maybe like second or third album, man. But you know, they had the insight. They knew what they wanted, how they wanted it to sound. So you know what I'm saying. But actually, them behind the boards at the time, it wasn't them, but they get credit for it. You know what I'm saying? Because when you see the album, it says produced, written. Knew they wrote the lyrics, but it's actually said written and produced by EPMD. But technically they didn't, like for us being behind the boards, but still, if it's your brainchild, you still get or you should get credit for it. You know what I'm saying? So they definitely knew what they wanted and they got it done, man, with this album. And pretty much all the rest of the album, once they knew how to do the technical stuff, man, they was good to go, man. But this album here pretty much set it off for them dudes, become one of the best to me, one of the best duos in the rap game, you know. And like I said, the name EPMD, like you say, it stands for Eric and Paris Making Dollars, you know. PMD, Mike Doc, you know. Eric Sermon, man, you know, the Funk Lord, you know, Green Eye Bandit, E Double, because it was initially he was calling himself like I think Easy Eric or something, but you know, due to Easy, man, he got rid of that because he wanted to initially pronounce them with two E's, but you know that didn't last long. By the time they came out, you know what I'm saying, that shit was scratched. You know, it was just one EPMD. But you know, all in all, man, still dope, man. And I listen to these guys' music up until today. You know, they end up breaking up. Another little thing, they end up breaking up, I think, in '92 due to the fact, man, Parrish home was burglarized, and when the authorities, they end up catching, I don't know if they caught all the guys, but when one of the guys implicated Eric Sermon, say Eric Sermon paid him to break into Parrish Smith's house, and you know, tensions rose. Eric was even arrested and apprehended, but no charges was ever filed against him. He denies it, but I think what happened, man, at the time they started a management company, you know, but by this time they had built up their roster, man. They formed a hit squad, had Hurricane G, Redman, K Solo, DOS Effects, and I think maybe someone else, Knuckleheads maybe, or something like that. But anyway, man, I think Parrish was overseeing the business part of it, you know. So Eric was just kicking back, didn't really want no parts of it, man. He just letting Parrish handle the business part. And I think, man, after a while, man, you know, you start seeing Parrish with nicer cars, houses, Eric living in a apartment. So, you know, people wondering like, how come he got this and you got this? You know, outside noise, you know, started infiltrating, man, and he was saying like it. I think it boils down to it was some red flags in the business. Who knows? But I know I heard like Parrish had like he grew up in the house with his dad. You know what I'm saying? So his dad was teaching him how to. I think he was investing in real estate, like buying houses, maybe fixing them up, and maybe flipping them or something like that. But you know, whether the business was shady or not, I don't know. Maybe not. But you know, the lifestyle was different, man. Eric saying, you know, he was just out of cooling anyway, chasing girls, and besides making music, other than that, just living life, having fun. But you know, I guess when they looked at the books, they found some discrepancies, I think he said, but it kind of fractured the group, man. And no one really talked about it. It just kind of split, and I think they then up until '97 they got back together, did back in business, then out of business. I think they split for a while, but I think now they do tour together and do things together here and there. But I think now it's just more like business purpose. They only talk to each other when they time to go on the road or something like that. They pretty much living their own life, doing their own thing. But that was just an unfortunate time. You know, you hate to hear things like that happen, but you know, it's always about money when you see these groups deteriorate. You know, a breakup is always pretty much financial, man. So we all know how that goes. But anyway, man, I hope y'all like this video. I hope y'all check it out. Hope y'all subscribe. Hope y'all like I say, man. Whoever hit me up whoever subscribed to the channel, man, let me know you subscribe, and I got some for you. And I'll be back later with another video. Till then, peace.